Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Saturday, October 9th, 2021. The tarot card for today is the Devil from artist Florian Stitz from the deck 78 Tarot Animal. I'm not too surprised that this showed up here today because its timing just feels so appropriate to me. And I think with that, we can talk about all the various meanings of this card, and they pretty much all apply. Okay, if you take a good look at the card, you see that the two crabs that are chained are not actually really being, controlled or held on to by the devil, but they're just sort of there in a situation that they could be free from. And I do feel that that is what a great deal of today is about, is trying to, break free from, I'm going to say, bad habits, okay? It's like a form of self-sabotage, what you do to convince yourself that you just can't do something or that you're not able to do something, right? When in fact you can. And sometimes I like to call it the blame game, right? Blame it on somebody else, blame it on the weather, blame it on whatever. It didn't happen. This is a card that asks you to deal with any addictions that you may have. And again, not to, be a scapegoat or to, make someone else out to be one. So I wouldn't really call it letting go today, but breaking free would definitely be a good thing. That doesn't mean that you need to accomplish all of it today, whatever it is. You just need to break the pattern. 'Cause sometimes life is in cycles, and when we keep repeating the same ones, those addictive behaviors, it doesn't have to be an addiction like drugs, alcohol, or food. Sometimes it's just the things that we do to ourselves that hold us back, because that's what's going on here. It's asking, what is holding you back? What are you doing to yourself that's holding you back? If you listen to my Love and Finance for October, which was about 30 minutes long, I made it available to everyone, so be sure, if you haven't listened yet, to check it out on YouTube or Podbean, because today was a day that I spoke about, and with good reason, because we're in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, which we will get to in a moment. But every day I like to talk about the moon. All right, the moon starts off still in Scorpio, doesn't move into Sagittarius until almost midday. So what does the moon do today, and what else is happening? First up, we have a sextile with Pluto, which is the perfect transit for this card. All right, it wants to dig in, it wants to get the source of what it is that is your addiction. How can you break free from it? How can you, I'm going to say, just be a whole new person at some point, because Pluto wants to expose the truth, but in a helpful way. Next up is a Mercury Cazimi, otherwise known as Sun conjunct Mercury. And, this is your point in the middle of the Mercury retrograde that the planet Mercury is considered to be in the heart of the sun. And it's like all the Mercury retrograde stuff seems to disappear for a little while, maybe for a couple hours. And it's not as lengthy as a regular transit that you might see. But it does give you the opportunity to have much clearer thought and communication. So this is probably beneficial to you, to help you to tackle whatever it is that is holding you back. Next up, there is a conjunction between the Sagittarius moon and Venus. And this basically, aside from the wonderful social aspect that it has, which is great because it's a weekend, it's also just a very copacetic feeling. And I'm going to skip over one and go to the final moon aspect of the day, and that is a transit where the moon is going to sextile Saturn, and it ends the day on a more serious note. I mean, not serious in a bad way, but serious where you're wanting to, look out for those that you care about and to see to your responsibilities. Now, as for what I skipped over, and this is one that can be felt a couple days before, a couple days after, Mercury in a conjunction with Mars. Now, this is an interesting one because they're both in Libra, okay? And neither one of them is really looking to be in Libra. And of course, that Libra energy is wanting to balance things, and it's back and forth. Libra is the peacemaker, the negotiator. Mars is an aggressor, okay? Mars is very forceful, speaking first without thinking, and you may see yourself at some point, either in the 2 days before, the 2 days after, or today itself, where you feel like you're the referee, all right? Because Mercury is retrograde, it's thought and communication. We do have the Cazimi going on, which makes those things clearer, but has there been something that has occurred where perhaps there was a miscommunication? Just throwing that out there, because it feels like, trying to go around and put out some fires, that kind of thing. And yeah, but in Libra, Mars is not as forceful, so it's more about partnering, coupling, and being able to balance things out again. So that could work in a good way. But overall, today is a day. What really kicks the day off is that Pluto transit with the Scorpio moon, really wanting you to shed whatever it is that is holding you back. So I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and as always, have a great day.